Welcome to AI Automation. In this video, we'll go ahead and install Pi Agent on Windows, and I'll show you how it works. Well, there are a few reasons why you should install Pi Agent, but a lot of people are having issues installing Pi Agent on their Windows computer. It's easy to install on a Mac, but there appear to be some issues with installing this on your Windows computer. So I'll walk you through the steps of installing Pi Agent on Windows, and also the benefits of installing Pi Agent, and also some of the stuff I've made for free using Pi Agent. Plus, and I'll show you how I use the free AI coding models to build some of the most complex games and also applications for myself and for my kids. So here is Pi Agent. So this is Pi Agent's website over here. And one of the things I like is worth emphasizing is why use Pi Agent and why you should use it. It's a minimal agent harness. So unlike Hermes, it just fits into any size computer, so you don't need a lot of RAM. Even if you have like 4 GB of RAM, this will still work on your computer. It's just with powerful defaults, so it skips through all of the agent set of features that you will normally have to work through, because this has just about everything that you need uh, to get started building your own stuff. Now, there are a few things over here. Now, I'm not going to go through the entire documentation, because what we are interested in is we're interested in running this command over here on your Windows computer. So you'll hit copy and you'll open your Windows PowerShell. I already have it installed for obviously, because I mean, without it, I wouldn't be running this. And there was recently an update to this. So you'll run this command. I'll go ahead and run the command just for everyone else over here. I will go to the setup process, and it says reinstall, uninstall, do nothing. So I'll just do a reinstall. So I hit Y, but you will do an install. So I just want to show you guys some of the stuff that I've been able to do. Here is a Space Invaders clone that I made with the free model on OpenRouter, which interestingly doesn't even connect to OpenRouter when I try to use Hermes. So if I try to use Hermes with this, it does not even connect. It keeps giving me a timeout error. For some reason, it just doesn't work. But with Pi Agent, there were no issues. I was able to use it without any problem. Then I built this game too. So this is a level clone. Not sure if people have. So yeah. So this was also a one-shot build, and I'm not great clear, but this was a one-shot build. And then I also built a tool for my business. And I've done this all within the past 3 to 4 days, because I've not used Pi Agent before. I just wasn't on board with Pi Agent. And a lot of people started asking me if I use Pi Agent. And so I wanted to give it a shot. And there was a latest update, which we will also go through on to Pi Agent, which has made things a lot easier. Again, I used the free model. I show you guys the free model. And I use the free coding model on OpenRouter. So you don't even need to add balance to your OpenRouter. You can just use that model. Though there are limitations to how many tokens you can use, but it's still a free model from now. All right, so we have installed Pi over here. So we'll go ahead and we'll do a Pi, and this will open up log or Pi. So they just had an update over here, which fixes quite a few things. So they recently made an update to Pi Agent. And this was an interesting one because they fixed quite a few issues with the system. So they fixed the inherited OpenAI responses streaming to tolerance null messages, inherited OpenCode DeepSeek. Before, I was having a problem with OpenCode. Even as we speak, I'm having a problem with OpenCode on OpenRouter connecting to Hermes. So if I try to use DeepSeek on my Hermes with my Hermes agent, it's not working. Also fixed successful Pi update on Windows to exit naturally instead of calling processes.exit. This was another issue. So there were quite a few, and they keep making updates to the harness, which is why I like Pi Agent. So now that you have Pi Agent installed, you need to add. First thing you want to do is you want to add models. So you'll do model. So you'll do a / just make sure / and you do model, and then you select the model. So hit model, you'll choose over here, I get models. And since I'm already hooked up to OpenRouter, it's showing me all the OpenRouter models. Now the one that I'm using to code is this next AGI new N2 Pro free. This is the one that I'm using. And if I go to Open Router over here real quick, this is the model we were using. It's free till the 22nd of June, which is 2 days from me recording this. And this model over here is excellent because it just works. I'll show you. Like this model is probably one of the best pre-models I've used in a while. And the reason for this is, I guess it's trained to code, and I would say it's as good as a lot of the paid models. But this is going to be paid at some point. And if you look at this, like the most used agents, the most used are Hermes Agent with this model, Helo Code, Cloud Code, OpenClaw, and Pi. And I'm not sure why so many people are using Hermes Agent, because for me, this is not working with Hermes Agent. It keeps disconnecting. It keeps giving me errors. It keeps stopping between the coding sessions. But I guess it's working for a lot of people, which is why. But Pi Agent, for now, is doing the best job for me. So we'll go ahead, and we also need to set up Open Router. And the way you set up Open Router, and let me just go ahead. Right, so if this is a first installation of Pi Agent, which for most people is going to be, you first need to configure your Open Router or whatever connection that you want to have if you're using, let's say, OpenAI or any of those other providers. So you'll go ahead, you'll do a / over here, and you'll do login. And over here it says use subscription, use API key. So we'll do like a use API key. And over here you have all of the providers that you can set up with an API key. So they all give you an API key. So let's say in my case, I wanted to use Open Router. So we'll just go down to Open Router over here. You see Open Router is already configured. Once you hit this, all right, this will take you to where you need to paste in your Open Router API. We'll go back to our Open Router screen over here, and we will go to Profile. Over here on the top, you'll hit API keys. I'll hit API keys, and then from here, you will generate an API key. I already have one. This is for my Pi agent. I can copy and paste this into the terminal. Over here. Now, I already have it configured, so yeah, it's I don't need to do it again. But let's say you have a subscription, like you have an OpenAI subscription. So you can hit a use subscription, and then you can choose from over here. ChatGPT Plus Pro Codex subscription. This is unconfigured, so I hit this over here. Browser login. So if you hit this, this will open a browser window, and then you can go ahead and log into it like you would normally. But I'm not going to do that because for now, I'm not using that model. So I just wanted to show you guys how you can code in this. So one of the ways that you can do is, what I like to do is I like to go and I like to start with creating a folder. So I'll do it over here. Let's say I'll do new, hit new, and I'll hit folder, and I'll say, let's call this test app. All right. We'll go ahead, we copy, and we'll do a copy as path. And we'll start over here is, so what I've set asset is I want you to build me a Notion clone, put all the files, and I've pasted the directory over here. Because if you don't paste the directory into this, it has no direction, and then it just puts all the files where it wants to be. And then if you want to find those files, you will manually debug those files, or you want to use another AI agent, or if you want to use another model to then go to that agent, to go to the folder and fix things, it doesn't really work. So we'll let this run. And in the meanwhile, I'll show you the app that I also built, which I keep putting on the back burner. And it also did like a read view. So I just wanted to show you guys this. So this is the app that it builds. This is the README, and this is the README.txt. So if I just follow the README over here, so it says CD into this. So since it's a Windows app, I'll just go ahead and I'll just CD into this. Then it says I need to run this command. So just go ahead and copy over this command, paste it, And you can see that we have that running on the back end. So now it says open the UI running at this. We'll just copy over here real quick. Go over to our browser, copy and paste. And this is the app we built. This runs, interestingly, very well. It took me a day and a half to do. I did it entirely with this model, this which is a very hard to name model. So I use this model and I build this. And I'm not like a super in practice developer. I I do have coding knowledge. I have coded a lot in the past. C, C++, Visual Basic, Python, you name it. But with this, I didn't touch the code. I just gave it instructions, and it took me quite a few iterations, but I got it, and I did it. There were a few bugs with this, and but what I did was I had then Claude fix those bugs and just wiped everything clean. So I used fewer tokens. This was cheap to do. Claude, maybe when I ran Claude, it costed me like $2, $3 worth of tokens, not a lot. And this was free. So I built this one free, and this is, by the way, like if I want to pay, this is like a subscription service. If I wanted to pay for it, I think it's like $20 a month or something. But I just built this for myself, and now I just save the $20 a month for an app that I built for free. So this is how you mainly use um, Pi Agent. And if you've not used Pi Agent, I would highly recommend that people use Pi Agent. So we'll just pause the video. We'll come back to this once this is completed and just take a look at what the end result looks like. All right, so this appears to have completed. And interestingly, you will see over here that it's even done its own like bug testing. Now, this is not extensive, but you can see over here is potential bug optional chaining support to modern. Local storage may fail due to file. Color mix may not be supported in all the browsers. So it has done a lot of the bug testing that you would otherwise have to do. So this over here, so this is the file that it created. This is where it created the files. So it says open up index.html. So go ahead, we'll fire up the browser, cased in index.html. So welcome to your Notion Flow. They actually named it Notion Flow. This is a local first workspace. Your pages and blocks are saved in this browser. Type / to open a new block in the menu. All right, so I've not used the original Notion extensively. I used it a little bit, but I don't know a lot about it. But this is the interface from what I remember, and this is how it looks. I hit new page, so this does work. So if I do my command over here and text, like a heading, and do Pi Agent. All right, hit enter over here to some lowercase numbered lists. Great. Free. Easy to use. So the numbered list doesn't carry over down. Now I'm not sure. I don't remember if that was the case, but let's see if I hit. Okay. But I think this is a little bit of a bug. I'm not sure if people watching this have used Notion, if they can just hit enter and go to the next numbered list. But I think this is pretty much there. The only thing I'm probably not very happy with is the color scheme. I can import to light mode. So the light mode is so light that you can't really see anything. So may have to add some contrast. Dark mode is fine. We can add reset demo. We'll cancel here for now. Export JSON. So this will export the JSON file. Let's take a look at them. From the Pi Agent. Let's see what other options it's got. Let's do the slash over here. It's got heading, bullet number, to do, quotes, divider, call out. So I think it's done a pretty good job of cloning Notion. Now, it doesn't have all of the features that Notion would have necessarily, but it does have. It does look a lot like it. It does function somewhat like it. This is for just a one-line command. So if you give it like subsequent commands, this should probably be able to get halfway there. Then you might have to do some bug testing. So I say So Pi, so when I tried this on Hermes Agent, this just didn't work as well. It just kept disconnecting. I had loads of issues with Hermes Agent even after updating. Now, the final power tip over here is if you run into issues, hit the forward slash. If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what to do next, just hit the forward slash. It'll tell you, show you all of these commands over here. If you want to copy the last message, you want to name the last session, you want to check out the change log, hotkeys, forward something, clone, tree, trust. So all of these commands are over here. The other thing is finally, if you want to exit out of this, do a control D or, do a control C twice. So for me, I'll just do a control D and it exits out of this. If you want to do an update, you do a Pi update over here and it'll check core updates. If there are updates, it will run the update. So for my case, I'm already updated. So hope you guys like the video. Like and subscribe as always. Leave a comment below if you have a question. And I will see you in the next video.